Hello, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I change the sand in my Hayward swimming pool sand filter. The first things first, got to take the valve off. This is called the multi-port valve, I should say. All right, once you get that off, you can take a look inside your bucket. You can see how dirty it is in there. Now, this is from years and years of use. You know, a lot of stuff still gets through those filters and into your sand filter. That's all right. I'm going to change this all out today. So you want to use a wet dry vac. This one right here I have, I believe is a 5 gallon. But the bigger the better. But this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. All right, so now we're actually got the holes in there. We're getting some of that sand out of there. Now when you first start this, all your dry sand is going to be at the top, so it's going to be easy. And once you get towards the middle, you'll notice that the vacuum isn't picking up as it was in the beginning. But that's all right. So right here is my wheelbarrow. So what I'm doing is dumping all my sand in there as I go along. The sand right here, I plan on having some other use for this sand. Right? So that's why I'm putting it in the wheelbarrow. Look at that. That's all the debris and dirt that was trapped in the sand. It's a lot, right? Right, here we go. Back to vacuuming. This is gonna be a little process right here. This is probably, or definitely gonna be the longest part of your of doing this particular job. So right here, I'm gonna be using this duct tape to cover up the pipe that's inside the filter. That's to prevent any sand from getting in that pipe and getting to the laterals. So you want to cover this pipe up, you know, very good. I have two pieces of tape on there. That should be more than sufficient. We're in the middle of the sand right now. In the middle to the bottom, sand is getting a lot heavier. So it means I got to take more trips to my wheelbarrow because the vacuum is struggling to pick up the wet sand. But that's all right. We got a stronger we got a stronger vacuum. This would be a lot faster process. So in this video, I decided to not make it too short and not make it too long. Just want to show you guys how I do it, and maybe this can help you out a little bit. So this process actually took about, I want to say about an hour, closer to an hour, but I was able to cut it down to about 24, 25 minutes. So here we are, back to the vacuuming, right? This is definitely the longest part of this sand filter change. Yep, we are making progress. If you made it this far, please consider hitting that subscribe button along with that notification bell so you know when I post my next video. Also, if you guys are interested in aerial photography, aerial videos, check out my drone channel. That's called JSK Enterprise. See, we almost there. If you have any suggestions on what I could have did or what you've done, please leave me a comment. If you've made it this far, I'm hoping you'll make it to the end. So please hit that like button. Help me out. So right here is the laterals that I was telling you about. We got most of the sand off of those. So now get a little bit more sand off. But yeah, you should be able to get a little more sand off, and then I'll show you how I'm taking those out. Those you have to really be careful. You do not want to break any of those, because if you do, you have to replace that whole unit right there, from that pipe to the laterals. Got to replace it all. Right here is where pointing at. It's where the where you don't want the sand to go, so that's why I have it covered up with that duct tape. Now you have the option, you can put the duct tape on early, or you can wait till you get the laterals out. So I'm gonna attempt to take these laterals out now, since I have most of the, just about all the sand off the top of them. So what you're gonna have to do is go in there, and you're gonna have to, these laterals, they fold up like that. They're out now, but they gotta fold in so you can pull this out. There's a lot of sand around them, so gotta be careful. So right here, just want to make sure you brush all the sand off of those laterals. You don't want to pull them up and there's a whole bunch of sand on them, then they break. Now you got to replace them. So once you get the sand off of these laterals, you got to fold them up. Like I said, you got to make sure you get most of that sand off of these things, because if you don't, they won't fold up like they're supposed to. So just one at a time, just do it real gentle. You know, the sand around it, but real gentle. Noise is because there's sand in between them. Let's see. Oh, I'll do a little better. And just like that. Okay. These are called laterals, so I'm gonna clean these off real good. Then once you put this back in, you put it in the reverse of this. Then you just spread these back out. Alright, so let me go get the water hose so I can clean this up real good. So also, once you get the laterals out, now you can actually tilt this over and get the rest of your sand out. That's what I'm going to do. It's not as heavy now. I'm going to have to put some water in there, get that all out. Right back. You want to make sure you get these laterals nice and clean, sand free, so you can do your inspection on them. So right here I'm just spreading them out so I can clean them some more to get the sand from out of the joints with the water hose. The birds. I love listening to the birds when I'm out here working in the yard. It's so relaxing. Continue to clean this bowl out. I just like to have it nice and clean for the fresh sand. Out with the old and in with the new, right? Look at that, nice clean bowl. Almost looks brand new. Nice and clean. Alright, so this is my new base for my filter and my pump. I had to replace the old one because it broke on me. It snapped while I was putting the filter up last season. So I had to get a new one. If you want to know how much it cost when I got it, I'll leave that information in the description below. Now it's time to put our filter back on. Over there, see those 3 bags right there? That is the sand that we're going to be putting in our filter. That is 3 50-pound bags of pool filter sand. So let me get started.
So just to make sure you're doing it right, make sure you put your filter back on the base. Make sure your drain is away from your pump. You want that to be on the opposite side because your pump's going to be on that side. Well, my pump's going to be on that side, so I want the drain to be on this side. All right. So now we're going to put the laterals back in. And once we get that done, we'll start putting the sand in. Let's get those laterals in. These are laterals. These are all inspected. They all look good. None of them are cracked. We'll make sure they're not cracked, because if they are, you're gonna get pool. It's gonna come back into your, you're gonna get sand back into your pool. Like I said, I inspected all of them. They look good. I was trying to put them in. So you keep them folded like that. That's how it looks. That's how it looks. So you just put it back in, like so. You got to make sure it is centered. Right. Want to make sure it's centered because you have to put the controller back on. Make sure it's centered so we can put this back on. This has to be centered to go on there. Once we get those in there, see laterals right there. Looks pretty centered. So now we gotta go in there and spread all those laterals out. Again, make sure it stays centered. Trusty knife. Cut this back. Well, the sand is going in, that's why it's important to have that top covered with tape, because you don't want sand to get down in there, in that pipe. Nice. That was our last bag of sand. So we have 150 pounds of sand in this filter. Put some water in here, try to even this sand out. Nice. So we got that pretty even. So now, the next step is to take the tape off of this pole, this pipe that's in there. Remember, this tape is to help you prevent getting sand in there. You don't want sand to get into those laterals, into this pipe. So definitely go back into the pool. Alright, so we got the tape off. So now, I'm gonna put the top on.
So this is our multi-port valve. You just want to make sure that O-ring is clean and clear of any sand, any kind of debris on it. You should be good to go.
So now you just make sure you put it on right. So it's nice and centered. Just be gentle with that. There it is. Got that on there like that.
Once you got your multi-port back on, you get it clamped down, just make sure you put your pressure gauge right here. This is where it goes.
So now we have to put our bracket back on. This bracket goes around here.
Process right here. Make sure you tighten these screws down evenly so you don't have any leaks when you're done.
Right, there you have it. We are complete. Alright, so now, of course, we have to fill this up with water, get it started, make sure it's working properly.
That's how I changed the sand in my swimming pool filter. If you like what you saw, if you got any comments, please leave them below. Don't forget, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell so you'll be notified for the next video. Thanks for watching.